Good morning. It is Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023. All right, let me double check what's going on YouTube real quick. It should be okay. And then we can jump right into it. Okay, yesterday Starbucks announced earning. It was okay. You know, I was hoping for better number. But a big part of the miss is a 5% or so currency headwind, which I am surprised. Okay, I'm surprised. But then again, you're talking a big part of that. Okay, let's do this real quick. The dollar. Okay, if you look at the dollar over the past year, you would say, what currency headwind, right? If anything, it should be currency tailwind. But keep in mind, it's not US dollar versus euro. Okay, it's US dollar versus China. So whatever, I have yet to figure out what the proper comparison chart is for the US dollar versus China yet, but that's where the problem is because China came back strong, and according to the report, Starbucks said they have a 5% currency problem. That is more than enough to, of course, create the revenue miss. Otherwise, it's actually pretty good. The growth in China is actually not. I'm surprised to see how the consensus was so low on the growth in China, and Starbucks number actually beat the expectation as far as growth in China year over year. But to me, it's weak because if you look at their main competitor in China, it it's almost double the growth rate year over year, almost double compared to Starbucks up 46%. So in my opinion, there are still a lot of room for growth in China. So what would I do with Starbucks here? Would I buy today? The answer is no. Would I sell spread today? The answer is probable. Okay. Where do I think? No doubt it's gonna test the 50. Okay, no doubt about that. It's gonna test the 50. Whether the 50 can hold or not, we will find out. But to me, if you want to write spread, now yesterday I sold a couple of spread where, well, yesterday and Monday, and even last Friday, I sold a couple of spread way below 93, 90. Yes, that's how crazy it was. The premium going into earning was so decent for spread, way below. Am I worried about 93? Not right now, okay, not right now, but depend on what's going on. Would I sell 96, 93? Yeah, I would for next week, okay? But that would be the highest I would sell using this red flow as my protection, of course. The more protection, the better. But for now, look like it's gonna be a battle right here, all right? Now, the other company that reported earning was AMD. 120 right now in pre-market, so it's up here. It's up to rev high, all right? If you have it, I would say it's time to go. Uh, yeah, see the last two times it got up to 120, 121, okay? So yeah, it's gonna get up there again. To me, I'm staying out of it. I have been selling put spread um, on AMD for quite a while down here, okay? In the 106, 103, 108, 105. I've been doing it for many weeks. I actually have a couple of spread expiring this Friday that I sold. It was 108, 105. And yeah, it's fine. I'm not gonna, no need to chase it here, okay? Speaking of AMD, might as well go into NVIDIA. NVIDIA, I have not done anything yesterday or this week. Would I trim if I see 470? Yes, I have a sell order in to sell more at 470. Where would I buy? 448, I have ordered to buy at 448 and below, or to sell 470 and above. Okay, so there's a tight range. It's been working well. I did sell put spread, of course, every week, right? Right now, if I were to sell put spread for next Friday, where would I sell it? Down here, okay? 415, 410. Using the 20, using the RevFlow, and using, of course, the 50 MA. So I have 3 level of protection, okay? As of right now, in this kind of dangerous market, I try to approach every spread that I'm selling with 3 level or more of protection above me. Okay, so that's how I approach it. Since I'm talking about Nvidia, AMD, SMH, I did bought a put, which I might cash in today because look like in pre-market SMH is down to 159. Yeah, I might cash in today. Even with the strength of AMD, I think the rest of the chip component is heading south. So I bought a 162.5 put naked. Okay, I went straight out, just bought a put. I forget the spread. I'm just gonna go for it. For $1.85, I think it might pop to 250. I take the $75 gain, right? Something like that. I take dinner. The other stock that I was looking to sell, of course, is Texas Instrument. It was a win, and I was watching it. Okay, on this day, last week when it was teetering over 180, I'm just like, come on in. If I see 183 and above, I'm selling bear spread or outright bear buy a put up here because, yeah, I like that trade. Now Qualcomm, we're going through the whole slew. It's time to go. Okay, I don't like Qualcomm up here. If you have it, raise your stop. Time to get out. Even Intel, what a run! But look, it met the ref high and rejected. Okay, so would I sell put spread? Maybe 32.29, right? That would be the area that I would consider selling. Why? You have, of course, the gap fill, the 20, and the 50. Okay, 3 level of protection, if not even more. RevFlow, you name it, it's all there. But for me, 32.29 put spread for Intel, decent play, decent risk reward. All right, let's move on to TOT, and then we'll go to the banks. Okay, TOT, ugly day yesterday, but I stepped on pretty hard on the put spread. I sold 20. Yes, I didn't misspoke. 20 put spread yesterday. About 10, 97.5, and 10. I sold 10, 97.5, 597, and 596.5. Yeah, when I was able to get even 15 cents on the spread on 96.5, I did that. Okay, so I sold 20. Of course, I have a whole bunch at 98 from the week before. I'm not concerned. Okay, I'm not concerned. If you're not exposed, if you don't have any exposure to TLT or long bond, now is about as good as it gets over the past 12 months. Is there a 5% downside? Maybe. That would be pushing, you're talking filling the gap at 95, right? A 3%, 4% downside, 3%-ish. But yeah, my goodness, I would back up the truck if that's the case, okay? Back up the truck. No need to back up the truck right now. Right now, the sell put spread below, nothing you can do. You're talking about this chart is so busy. I wish I can. Let's do this since we are here. Okay, let's remove all of this. Clear. remove old drawing. Can I remove? Yeah, how do I do this? How do I remove all of the lines all at once? I want to draw new lines. I don't want to do one by one. Remove. I don't mind messy chart, but sometimes when it's so busy, I can't see anything. Okay, so some things are worth keeping. Yes, I'm not saying that everything is junk. Remove drawing. Yeah. Remove drawing. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Okay. What is this right here? Remove drawing. There we go. Let's zoom in on this. Could this be a channel that we're near a channel low? Maybe. All right. As you can see right there, 97.5-ish, right? Potentially, it looked like it has been riding this potential channel. Let's do this. Let's clean this up. No, let's do this. Let's remove this one. Let's make this into a purple. Okay, and then let's before we do that, let's just remove this nonsense too. All right, more manageable. Oh, it was just too busy for my liking. Okay, so now let's duplicate that. If you want to drag that down, you can. Okay, alrighty. Is there a potential channel low at 97 between down here, 97-ish? Maybe. Okay, maybe if you want to take a look at potential. No, and sometimes when you draw something like that, right? We just drew this, and it's not really random. Look, this line we just drew in for the channel low. Look, it's a resistant. See that? Resistant, breakout, support, check back, support, bounce. So yeah, I like that. Okay, so it gives me more confidence that 97, 96.5 is like the last line of defense for now. Okay, because of course as time go by, of course that line would drift lower, right? So for now, I like it. I don't hate TOT here. I get more than enough exposure, so, but I will keep selling spread. Let's move on to the FANG. Okay, Microsoft. I trimmed yesterday 337. That's a no-brainer. Where would I buy more? No. Okay, no. Would I buy back what I sold? No, absolutely no. This is very concerning. Okay, whenever you have this kind of sideways action on the 50, eventually it's gonna break. Eventually, okay. It could break down. For me, the safer play on Microsoft is sell spread. Do a 310, 305 spread for next week is a better play, even if it's for 20 cents. If you get that, I think that's a safer play than adding shares here. I would add down here, okay. I can tell you that my big trader friends are shorting. He is shorting a lot of the FANG stock. Just saying. So be careful. When the big boys, when the big player are thinking one way, I try to not outsmart them and think that I know something more. Okay. Meta, he's not shorting. Okay, but he's setting stop, and he advised people to sell at the high. All right, so for me, if you see 320, anything above 322 to sell some more. Okay, trim some more. And if you want to play the put spread game, maybe 290, 285. Yeah, if you want to be safer, if there is juice, 280, 275 down here, right? Google, of course, he's not shorting Google. Okay, um, he's shorting other FANG stock, but for Google, he said that he said raise stop. He's not chasing, uh, he's not buying, but he's not shorting. Microsoft, he did. Apple, he did. Um, Tesla, he did. Okay, Tesla, yeah, he's shorting. Okay, he has short Tesla for a couple days now, and he's looking to cover down at the 50. Same thing with Microsoft, he's looking to cover below. Okay, so when it comes down to shorting, if you short, always look for support below, or anywhere near that is a spot to cover. So yes, Tesla, same thing. I'm not adding, I'm not shorting for myself, but if I was gonna play the put spread game, 235. Okay, I'm using Reflow, 50 MA, as well as gap fill. Okay, so yeah, that to me, that would be the spot to play Tesla. Boring old tech, IBM, it's time to trim. Okay, I did mention it, but yes, if you have it, trim, 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 trim. Please trim, please, 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 please trim. Okay, it's been a great ride. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna go. Even though it's down a little bit, I forgot to trim yesterday, and I'm gonna go in right now and place an order to trim, so I don't forget. I was too busy with TOT yesterday and took my eyes off IBM. But it's time, okay? It's time. I've been trimming. I trim up here. When it met the ref high, I trim more, and yeah, it keep on trimming. Okay, it's an easy decision to trim more IBM. Give me a second. I want to do it right now. I'm gonna put two orders in. One at the current like maybe 142.8 pre-market, and then one at 143. That's my and then maybe another one at 140, 144, just in case. But I have enough to keep trimming. I'm down to about 40% of my position, I think. Let me look at my position. Oh no, I still have half of my position. So no, absolutely time to take it down to 1/3. So here we go. First order 142.75. All right, so let's see if that's gonna work. And then I'm gonna do another one at 143. All right, as I'm doing it, I can talk. All right, so let's move on to banks. Now, if you have KRE, hopefully you took some profit the last couple of days at 48 and better, because I think the path of least resistance for KRE is going to be a little bit lower. Why? You can't have Treasury going up the way it did. If regional banks got hurt so badly the last time Treasury got smashed, what has changed? Nothing. Okay, nothing has changed as far as the balance sheets. So I be careful. I be careful here. Would I see easy to sell put spread down here? I would gladly repurchase the share. I still have the original share that I bought here. Okay, I have sold all the share puts the last couple of weeks at 43, 44, 45. And today on the pullback, I might sell 45 naked put again for next week and below, depending on what I like what I'm seeing there. As far as a pullback to buy back in, right? So I just finished putting in my third order on IBM. All right. Oh, my order on IBM at 142.75 just triggered. So good. I'm glad. Alrighty. Bank of America, not a surprise. Okay, I talked about that over the weekend. Not a surprise. So for now, it is what it is. It probably will Bank of America come back to the 20? Very likely. Okay, if rates stay high, if there is a pullback in financial, then I can see Bank of America drift back to the 20, at which point I will add. In fact, I am thinking about I'm mad at myself for not trimming more to set a stop, and then of course, that was the second error, not trimming, not setting stop here. Because there was plenty of profit, okay, plenty of profit, trim, but very small. I have 300 something shares, okay, and I sold 10 share on this move, which is nothing. The right move would have been trim a lot more than 10 share. Of course, I should have set my stop. I didn't. I still might sell some. Okay, it's debatable. I might sell in a below 29, right? It'd be silly to give back too much. I don't mind missing out on 50 cents. Okay, yeah, it's I can see myself selling like maybe 50 shares or something, just to not feel dumb should Bank of America go down another dollar, right? Hey, 50 share is $50. That's lunch or dinner, depending on where you go, right? All right, so that's Bank of America. Of course, do I need to talk about JPM? Nah, it's time to go. Absolutely, it's time to go. Okay, it's these lines have been here for years, multiple years. Okay, so it's time. It's yeah. It's what else can I say? But it's time to go. Now, Goldman Sachs is where I think I am interested in selling a spread down here. Okay, I was playing Goldman Sachs down here for 3-4 months. It was great. All out, I'll patiently wait until I see below 350. Okay, for me to start to get interest in doing anything with Goldman Sachs, I need to see below 350, ideally into this 340-ish range. If I see Goldman Sachs fighting in the 20 MA and 200 MA area, then selling put spread at 325 below is very enticing. Okay, let's take a look at big box. Target, I sold some put spread yesterday. Yes, I went back into this area. I had nothing going into this week, and then when it pulled back, yeah, when it was 136, I'm just like, that's crazy. All right. Now keep in mind, earning is next week, I believe. Maybe not, but I need to check. But I'm not. I can't stress enough that don't be a hero into earning, okay? Because I don't think they have figured out how to solve the shrinkage problem, right? So be very careful with Target. Costco is still bossing. Wow, right? But yeah, it met its match. Once again, is it a surprise that what a crazy run, okay? Was I wrong? Absolutely. I was right on Costco all the way until this point. For me, that was when I got it wrong, and it's about, as I talk about this often in the past 2 months, it's all about the shrinkage in Target. Once that problem become prevalent, as I discussed many times, there is no shrinkage problem with Costco. So money flow out of Target, Walmart, and many other retailers that have open door policy for people to walk out with stuff, and they chase into this even when earning was not so good, even though month to month, year over year comparison is there's no growth. Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't short Costco either here, but yeah, if you had Costco and you did not get out between 560 something and 570, you're gonna hate yourself when you see it come down, down here. So for me, it's a no touch, no touch. Walmart somehow escape the shoplifting problem and does not have any problem with any wokeness, so it's doing good. But at the same time, it's here. Okay, it has met its match. It's time to go. Now, the other retailer that I have been trading that have a shoplifting problem also is, of course, Ulta, right? For those that follow me, you remember this ugly move, right? I saw put spread way down here. And still, this is one crazy crashing move. Yeah, I got hurt. Took a long time for me to, get. Took me a couple weeks to work on the puts to solve the problem, and then it ran, filled the gap, and now it has returned back. Look, a full that gap down. It has done that. Okay, why? Once again, what has Ulta done to prove that it has solved the shrinkage problem? Earning is coming up, so watch out. Okay, where would I sell put spread? Down here, 400. Okay, once earning come, yeah, I'm not touching this thing above here. I'm not using the gap fill. No, 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 no. If they come out with the same verbiage as last earning with shrinkage problem, say hello to 400. Okay, so yeah, be careful on Ulta. Very careful. All right, let's talk about drugs. Amgen. I was all out, right? I talk about being all out. I sold put spread yesterday down here, 225, 220. Okay, so I like that risk for next week. Of course, I think earning is coming out also, so I gotta take a look. But for me, depend. If earning is coming out next week, then I'd be even more careful, like maybe doing 215, 220. All right, especially if it's earning coming out next week. There's gonna be a lot of choose in the options. So doing a 215, 210 is doable, right? So yeah, FV, if you had it, you trim, good on you. I wouldn't touch it. Okay, would not touch it here. Nice move, but I would not touch it here. I will leave it alone. I have no position. Eli Lilly, struggle. Okay, struggle. Anything near 460 and I'm trimming. Anything. Okay. I also sold put spread down here in a 430, 425 range. Okay, and even lower. I saw a couple of put spread even like down here. On earning, you bet. Do 400, 410, 405, right? Use the gap fill, use the 100 MA, use the reference low, the 50, you name it. It's like 4 different level of protection. Okay, so for me, going into earning, that's the spot to sell your puts way below. Okay. If you want, to me, if you want to sell out or trim here, you can, right? It seems like it's struggling here. Okay, so sure, Can I get another $10? Yeah, but the risk is down. Okay, if I have to say where the risk is, I say the risk is down more so than up. So be careful. I'm not adding to Eli Lilly. J&J, even with the bad news, what a bounce, right? So I sold put spread. Okay, on this ugly day, I sold put spread, and depending on what it's doing, I might sell even more put spread going into next week. You know, where down here, okay, do 160, 155, right? It can come down. It can. I add to my risky, volatile ALNY position. Yes, I did. Okay, because I'm trusting the process. It's coming into the zone. Okay, I have 20 share in not a huge position, 20 share. The mistake was, of course, not selling at 200 up here when it popped, especially when my cost was around 192 or lower. I won't make the same mistake again. But to me, right now, the risk reward is on owning. Okay, Pfizer, meh, still meh. Okay, it was kind of weird that it popped before it flopped, but to me, it's like I said, it's gonna go sideways, tight range for a while. Nothing to do there. JSK is back into the zone that I might add. Okay, I trim. I wish I trim more. But for now, I'm not doing anything. Okay, let me extend this. Let's move it out. Okay, there you go. But if it come down to this zone, I say it's a definite add. Okay, definite add. Let's take a look at what else have I not touched. Energy, USO. I said it's time to go. I reiterate, it's time to go. Can it go a little bit higher? Sure. But yeah, what a run. Congratulations. Okay, congratulations if you have it. Same thing with XOM. It's time to go, right? Can it go a little bit higher? Yeah, you can still, you know, if you still have some, look to sell 109-ish, right? Because that's like the ref high in line with the 200-day moving average, right? So yeah, there's still might a little room, but that is it, people. Okay, as far as energy, okay, if you had energy, even Oxy, it's time to go. Okay, oh my goodness, Oxy, it's time to go. If you want to buy Oxy, wait until you see 57 and below. Okay, that has been a good range, right? We saw that, right? We saw that. Okay, it's a good, even 58. That's where Warren Buffett has bought. Okay, Warren Buffett has bought all year 58 and below. So for now, it's time to go. All right, did I cover everything I need to? Let me look. As far as the staple stuff, sure, I trim Coke. I trim, and now it's yeah, it's right now Coke is at the point where I'm thinking about trimming the rest. I don't care. Okay, it's to me, sure, I should have trimmed more. I trim half on this move. Okay, so I might just blow it out because to me it's not worth holding the remaining. I have about 40% of my position still, but nah, I don't care. Okay, just get out. It's easy to buy below 60 and it's easy to sell 62 and above, right? So now, yeah, Pepsi, no need to do anything. Okay, for me, if you want to play Pepsi, sell put spread 180, 175 below, no need to buy it here. Yeah, no. CMG. Oh, holding on, trying to hold on to the 100 MA here, trying, okay, trying. If this gives, then say hello to the gap fill, okay? Yeah, that can happen, okay? That can happen. What a move, right? Wow. Look at that big gap, and it's basically trade in a very high range between 2000 and 2100, right? 2200 almost. Yet plenty of time to get out. Plenty. STZ grinding higher, right? I would say right cover calls would be the smart thing to do up here, like 280, right? That's what I've been doing. I have enough share to write one or two cover calls if I wish to, and I have. I trim. I'm half out. Okay, I'm half out. What I do is I sold cover call and then I put in a stop on the other 100 in case there is a pullback into the 266 area, right? Because I don't want to give back more, so I have a stop at 267 and I have a cover call at 280. But that's how I play STC for now. But earning is coming out soon. I sold put spread way below. Okay, you're talking down here, right? Way down here. So I expect it's gonna be an ugly report. How ugly we don't know, but I think it's gonna be pretty ugly. And I think if you want to buy the share outright, you might get a chance to buy in a 54. I think my put spread is way below, so I feel okay going into earning, but I'm not selling anything high. Okay, I think there's a very likelihood that you can see this move. Okay, this move right here. So if you want to sell put spread into earning, maybe do a 52.49. I think that's where my put spread was. Let me look. I know I sell it pretty low because I don't want to risk it. Let me see where my put spread is. Yep, 52.48. Yeah, I knew I knew I knew I didn't want to stay anywhere near the danger zone. Okay, so for me, yeah, do it way down here. Okay, I got 25 cents for that spread, so enough protection for the day. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Good luck. Be careful out there. Bye bye.